Okay, I welcome each and every one of you to this ServiceNow Pe Chacha episode 9. And we are happy you guys are getting benefited. You are asking your doubts in these sessions. And I once again welcome Ravi.
You are breaking. Okay.
Breaking a lot.
Now fine. Now fine. All good.
Okay. So welcome Ravi.
Thank you. Thanks, Sophie. Thanks, everyone, for joining back. And today's session is going to be interesting.
Yes.
OP will give you a few.
Yeah. So yeah, today's session is about ITSM. Okay, and there is one more session, one roadmap which Ravi will share. So I'll ask you to ask your all doubts related to ITSM only. Okay, and maybe a few more questions we'll take in the end of the session. So Ravi, over to you for sharing the roadmap. Then we can start with
Can
the
you
ITSM.
can you make me host?
Yes, yes, sure.
So thanks everyone for joining back again. And today, not that big roadmap we are going to share. So there will be roadmap first. Today we are going to share for developers, and then for non-ITs, then for someone with different IT background. So we'll see accordingly. So let me share my screen. I have created a small document which I can share with you right after the session. I can provide you the drive link where you can go ahead and check it. I hope it is visible now.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. First of all, there are one video on my YouTube channel where you can check a step-by-step guide to getting certified in ServiceNow. So here also I discussed a lot about what are the certifications required as a roadmap only for certification. Now the one which I am showing you, it's for transition your career into ServiceNow if you are an IT professional. So you can see the heading. So I created three basically, but we are going to discuss today one, and the next podcast we can take that as a second input. So for the first one, for the first thing which I'm going to discuss is for the IT professionals transition to ServiceNow. Suppose you are in X tool working or X platform working, let's say Azure, Python, BMC Remedy. So, what are the things you required to at least jump into ServiceNow? Because we all know, the, as per the recent survey of ServiceNow, now it is the count is 89% to 90% companies are using ServiceNow. So, it means that 9 out of 10 jobs are in ServiceNow. Not, I'm not talking about you have to know everything, ITSM, other modules. No, the basics is important if you are entering into ServiceNow ecosystem. And that's what the first few months, if you're not taking any batches or if you're not perform, you have time, can give your time, just time duration I have keep it only for 6 months for those who are trying to transition their career. The first few months, let's say 1 month or 2 months, we will learn the very basics of ServiceNow. In the sense, you should find out what is ServiceNow platform, why it is being used. Obviously it is an IT associated platform, but now it is way beyond, it is non-IT platform also, like human resources non-IT, CSM is non-IT, ITOM is non-IT, but we included in IT because we get a cases other things over there. So my point is we have divided into three phases, one, two, and three. The first one you have to learn about ServiceNow basics. When I say basics, very fundamental. What is the use case of it? Why it is being used in service? Why we use ServiceNow? What is the reason? And the reason is in front of you. See, when your Wi-Fi is not working or when your phone, when your electricity is not available in your area, what we do generally, we call the customer support, and they will assign a ticket to you and they will come back to you saying that technician will work on that issue. Suppose Wi-Fi is not working, for you it is priority for, so this thing in ServiceNow also, if you have developed something, forget about ServiceNow. Suppose you developed a product and you have delivered it to the people, and people are not able to submit, get benefited from the product, they will raise a concern issues. That comes into a platform where you can organize everything. The ServiceNow is game of tables, row and column. So your data will come into row and column and someone will work on it. That's why we have teams. Level 1 team, where the first step is to it will go to the customer support, where you raise a ticket. A customer support will just take your every details in the ticket, and they will assign that ticket to the respective team. So for that we need some platform, correct? So that is the one which you have to understand, which call as a fundamental. Similarly, suppose you are using, I'm talking about a person who is staying in India. We have Airtel broadbands, we have Tata Sky broadbands, all have their applications, all have their platform or website where you can raise your queries, correct? And in the backend the query will go and sit and do something. Similarly, we have to understand why ServiceNow has came into picture to solve IT related issues, now to solve non IT related issues. That's why we need to learn basics of why incident problem changes are important, explore the UI, how the user interface. So obviously when you use Airtel app, the interface looks different. If you use Tata Sky, interface look different. If you use Hathaway, it looks different. Any other tool. So we have to understand what are the UIs, where the data is stored, what are the views they have. So if I open a record, I get a list of items. So we have to understand that what is this list, from where it is coming. So this all comes under fundamental relationships. Obviously, to use your Airtel, you should be partnered with Airtel, so it means that your account is created on their platform, so you should be user of their applications. Simple normal application. If let's say I'm playing Battleground India, PUBG, obviously I have to log in, and then I can play. So my data is with them, correct? So once our fundamental is clear, I have put margin of 1 month, but it is not more than even 15 days also. It all depends on how fast you are. I'm assuming you are already working, so you have a work pressure. So maybe that's the reason. One and two, if you're slowly moving 30 days, 30 minutes a day for 30 days. Then once you are come with this, we have a phase two where we will actually deep dive into it. If I click on button, what is happening? So there will be some logic written in the backend. And there comes your concept. I have written JavaScript, but not JavaScript fully. Only Glide API, Glide scripting, and basics of JavaScript. So you have platforms like W3 Schools. You can check the video on YouTube where how to write a basic script on Java site. Even I have put the video Learn Service Now JavaScript on Now platform. You can go through and just learn basics. What how to create a variable, how to get the input, get the output, and then your focus should be only on a API which is designed by ServiceNow called Glide. The term Glide is coming from 2003 when the person Fred Ludi was sitting in a plane and he was gliding in the sky, and there was a parallel plane gliding in parallel to it. So he thought to build a platform where they use a term called Glide. From there, the term is coming Glide. I don't know how much of you know or not. ServiceNow company name was not ServiceNow, it was GlideSoft, and when it got listed, then it becomes ServiceNow. So earlier the name was GlideSoft only. That was given by Fred Ludi in the starting. Now then you will have to think. Suppose I go to a restaurant and I got a. Nowadays you have to scan a scanner, and then the menu will open in front of you. What are those? Catalogs. If I click on add to cart, the request will be placed to the kitchen, correct? And they will start preparing your orders. What are those? So we have to understand the service catalog items, the second phase. Why? Because almost all companies depend on this. If I have to raise a request, service catalog. If I have to place an order, service catalog. Any issue, raise a request, service catalog. And in the backend, there will be a flow working, workflows or flow, whatever you wanted to say. So we have to understand in the second phase. So once you understand this, then things will come to your mind. So now, why not to automate certain process? So your innovations, ideas, your thinking skill will develop after you complete the fundamentals. And once it is developed, then you can deep dive into your integrations. Not from the first day you have to do integration. So we have two systems connected. How we can pull the data from there, how to send the data from there. So one, I am texting to OP saying that, hey OP, how are you? So how this WhatsApps are integrated, how teams are integrated, so channels are integrated. So we have to think on that perspective. Then phase two will come into picture, and then you will learn integrations. So you have to understand the fundamentals, and then last comes phase three, which is if you are done with this, then you are ready for the job. You can easily get a job in the job market, because you have an idea, you can able to crack an interviews just by minimum practice. 30 minutes a day for the next 30 days is more than enough to clear phase 1, and 30 minutes again for the next another month is more than enough to clear phase 2. Phase 3 is little bit advanced, who have well versed in 1 and 2, and then you become a ITSM specialist, or you can say that well versed developers. Once you are done with this, then you can deep dive into obtaining certification. It is completely optional. You don't have to waste your money until your company provides it, because $300 for a single certification which is of no use doesn't make sense. So don't waste your money on certification until you get a voucher code. And then you learn different modules: CMDB, ITOM, HRSD, authentications, reporting you can do in this advanced version. So if you ask me, these two phases are enough, but phase 3 is something continuous development on your skill set. So obviously there are obviously improvement in your skill set always. Even I am learning now, and you will be also learning. If I am learning and I am teaching, so I'm not teaching and teaching. I'm also learning, and whatever I'm learning, I'm teaching. It's like give and take. If you don't give, the nature will not give you back. So give and take is the best example. You have to give everything whatever you are learning. So this is for advanced. So the basic roadmap is fundamentals, then go with the advanced where you learn basics only scripting, then go with the catalogs, flows, then you have SLAs, ECLs, other things, and then later on, once you well versed with it, then you for your continuous development you can go with the phase 3. And this is for all those who are in IT professionals. Non-IT professionals, the things will little change, which we will discuss in the upcoming podcast. So this is the roadmap which I have prepared. If you want, I can put this in a Google Drive. And yeah, any question, anyone? Over to you, OP.
Okay, great, great. Uh, Very practical roadmap, I would say.
हेलो
And
सर।
now
Yeah.
I think all the doubts. Yes, somebody's talking.
सर मेरा एक सवाल था।
हाँ मनोज,
Yes, tell
बताइए.
me.
मेरा एक दोस्त है, वो सर्विस नाउ में काम कर रहा है। लास्ट 3 साल हो गए उसको। लेकिन
हम्म.
अभी वो जॉब स्विच करने का बारे में सोच रहा है। तो उसको वो बोल रहा है कि अभी मुझे कॉल्स नहीं आ रहे लास्ट मंथ से।
कॉल्स नहीं आ रहा है. हाउ मच
जी,
इयर्स ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस इज हैविंग?
अ, 3 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है उसको।
सो 3 साल में तो बहुत कॉल्स है मनोज. इफ यू गो एंड चेक ऑन लिंक्डइन, last 24 hours, I think yesterday only I have checked, there are more than 1K job posted. It's combination of 3 years, 3 to 5, 5 to 7, 2 to 3 also I have seen.
पता
So
नहीं, लेकिन
depends
वो
what,
बोल
what
रहा था
type of
Ask
कि
him to update his CV with proper experience and relevant things. Okay, and job will come, and ask him to apply on LinkedIn or various sites. So this can also be the way to get the job. Calls nahi aa rahe means something is lacking from your side, maybe. So
Okay,
update
I
the
have to
CV
join back. My
details.
camera is not working. Just I'll join back. Just give me a minute.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Any
Okay,
other
Manoj.
question? Anyone? Gopi.
यस यस, थैंक यू सर।
Yeah. Okay. Any other question? If not, we start with ITSM. The fundamental, the basic, as you see in the
Sir, I
roadmap,
have
it
a
is a
doubt.
very first thing.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, for the non-technical, who is not from technical, but for the non-technical person who wants to start with service now, so he has to start with ITSM.
Yes.
Okay.
ITSM is the base. If you don't use ITSM, then I don't think so anyone can learn any other module. Not at all.
Right.
Okay.
It's like
It
your
is a
pillars of your
fundamental
house.
basic first one for everything if you want to be in service now, if you want to start your career in service now. Okay. So
Okay.
ITSM is the, uh, building block, roadmap, or you can say very first fundamental thing. So with this, let me ask all of you, if you can tell me what is ITSM in the very basic terms. What you understand by ITSM? Let me put in this way. Don't be shy. Come forward and make this podcast useful.
Incident management, change management.
Okay. If I ask you, uh, are you seeing something like this in your home? How you correlate?
Hello.
Yes, Subhash.
Tell me, sir. I'm not getting.
What is the question? I just
What
joined
is the
back.
meaning of ITSM?
IT service management. Yeah. Okay. Anyone wants to answer this question?
Yes, sir, I will answer.
It's
I,
nothing but a process of improving IT services in an organization.
IT services. What do you mean here? IT services.
We
Just
are
like
talking about IT services in organization.
Let
Making
one.
we use here
Just wait.
like
it's a
What is
incident
information
management.
technology service management, and it's a cloud-based platform. So it can be used for designing, developing, and manage the IT service. And
okay?
also
Wait.
some
Wait.
key models are there
Wait.
in the ITSM.
Wait. Wait.
Okay.
Wait. What I'm saying is, if someone is speaking, please ask. Please let them complete.
Oh, sorry.
Then anyone can start. So you
I
go ahead.
can't
What
hear
you are
you.
saying?
Yeah, sorry, sorry.
Okay. Someone was saying, yeah. Go ahead.
So
Okay.
in my terms, it's nothing but it's a process of like managing and improving IT services. Like in an organization, we might like there will be like issues, okay? So in that
Mm,
thing we will be using instant management, and if you want any updates like anything to be changed, we use change management. And there will be like request fulfillment, like will be the users, if they want any request is like any hardware, software, or any access related issues, there'll be like a request. We use that request management. This is all comes under ITSM.
correct. So you are basically saying that anything which is solving the issues related to IT, that is combined in a single, you can say, one stop shop for all this process,
Right.
incident, problem, change, request. Correct? If I'm not wrong.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyone has any other answer? OP, your video is not visible. You can come.
Yeah, and also using the configuration management database, like the problem management and incident management. This kind of things we can do in the ITSM.
Yes. So basically, if you see in day-to-day activity, suppose we are working from home, and suppose just as I mentioned, our Wi-Fi stop working. So what you will do?
Yes.
So they also have their
So just we
ITSM
are,
stuff.
That
Yeah. So
yes,
you
comes
have
yeah,
under
that comes under incident management.
that,
If I'm
yeah,
not
that
wrong.
comes under issue. Basically a issue have been raised, so that comes under incident management. So incident managed, and
Just go on mute.
that's how things
Okay, can
go.
you just make me host?
Sorry.
No, not you, not you. I understand.
Okay.
Umendra, I cannot hear you.
Yeah, done.
Yeah. Okay. So perfect. So we are surrounded by ITSM stuff, guys. Even we are surrounded by human resource also. If you are giving interviews nowadays, what is happening? We are getting our offer letters, we are submitting a document, all comes under HR modules. If you have a issue related to network, that is infra side, that is your ITOM. Customer support, you are calling CSM. Where you have a security compliance, GRC. So other things are, we are surrounded with all this module, and that's why ServiceNow is succeeding, because they have this flavor of all 360 degrees of problem which people are facing. Yeah, all good, OP.
Okay. Okay, so you know ITSM. I hope you all understand what is ITSM now, and it is the very first thing which you have to learn to start ServiceNow career or to be in ServiceNow anything from anywhere. Any if you want to switch into ServiceNow, being a fresher, being a non-IT, being a IT, okay, you have to understand ITSM and don't go with these technical details. Okay, first of all, assimilate the meaning of ITSM into your day-to-day work, as mentioned by Ravi. Internet is not working, you are going right, anything related to IT, anything related to internet, if you are doing, if it is not working, if it is not simple, okay, making it simple. If it is complex, then doing all these things is known as ITSM. One more thing I would like to add, ITSM is reactive. So what is reactive? It means it is an action of something, okay? So reactive means it focus on solving the problem after the problem occur. So you can think in such perspective as well. You are getting issue, then we are getting a incident. You want something, then we are adding a request. Okay, so all this is reactive. So you can think in such perspective as well.
Yeah.
Anything
So
to add, Ravi?
that's why, yeah, that's why request management come into picture. If you need something to solve that reaction, what have happened, then we will go with the take a request and create a story which business analyst might be doing. Yes, it is reactive. Without problem, the ITSM could not have been in place right now in this world without any issues. So yeah,
Okay, great. So
Hello, so OP, I just wanted to check like where exactly can I like master this integration like on REST SOAP, and also you all inform like to
yeah.
to learn the advanced integration of OAuth, and where we need
Advanced
the girls
integrations. What do you mean by that? Advanced integrations. Integration is always
no,
on
I
the
just
advanced side. Yeah.
oh
So basically, there are few prerequisites which you have to remember, and you have to follow the legacy one, which is REST. REST soap is now not a day, not at all used. So I can provide the link in the chat where you can go and learn integration step from scratch, zero, and then that will be helpful for you to start with integrations to master in integrations. Abhin.
sure, sure. Thank you so much.
But you
okay,
will not find that details on your ServiceNow. ServiceNow does not create any such extensive document on integrations. Productdocumentation.com, if you go, they have not yet, it is scattered here and there. Somewhere we have REST, somewhere we have SOAP, but not together. So I'll provide you a playlist. You can go and watch from there. It will be very helpful.
So it should be from your channel itself, right?
OP, I think also have their website from there. Also, you can check, or any channel you choose,
Okay,
not mine. But my
sure.
point here is the first step is to learn the what are the basic things required to communicate. Like you are communicating with me right now. It is what is required here. Zoom call. Without Zoom call, we cannot communicate. Correct. So how to reach Zoom? So you have a link. You would have clicked on link and then you have entered into it. Correct. So we need to understand how the relations are being made from one platform to another platform, and then you over there now we are talking. It's nothing but we are posting the details via our voice, and you guys are listening. It means that you are using a get method. You are getting it into your ears. Similarly, Plat tools works on the CRUD operations: create, update, read, and delete. That's all. And even ServiceNow support create, update, read, and delete. You can only do these things on the on integration. Whether you are sending something, whether it is attachment, pictures, money, whatever, it's all integrations. Without integrations, I think none of the tool exists in the market. Even if you are paying something to Swiggy or Zomato, you are going to the payment page, and how this payment page is integrated, just think. So in build, there will be a payment option, and there will be a payment provider. From there, they are redirecting us to them, and then we are scanning something, and then we are getting redirected back to our screen. So everything is integrations. So start with the very fundamental why we need and what is the purpose of it, because there are a lot of integrations in the market. Purpose is important.
Hello,
okay.
sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
I put the link in the chat. You can go and check. Yeah. Any other question?
Sir, Flow Designer
Yeah,
is
man.
a replacement of workflows.
Yes, because now in from this Yokohama release, only 67 workflow service now keep it with themselves. Rest is all depreciated in the upcoming releases. So yes, it is a replacement you can say now, because in future workflow you will not see on catalogs. Maybe right after 2017, 2027 March.
Okay, and so we have to learn workflows or no need.
Not required. Not required. So some interviewer might ask you that you know workflow because they might be using in their project legacy workflows. It's not harm in reading it, but if you ask me, we have to move Not today, then maybe down the line, 27 is a deadline. Obviously, it's gonna be so. Like right now, we are not using execution plan. Correct, Manoj? If you see
Yes.
the catalog, we have flow, workflow, and execution plan. Execution plan was there in 2017. Done, gone. Workflow is there, gone from 2022, and now flow is there. We don't know what next is coming, but right now, from this Yokohama, flow is depreciated. Workflow is depreciated.
So, in organization, if instead of someone give us task to complete through workflow or flow designer, if we done
Hmm.
through flow designer, so is it okay?
Yeah, it is completely fine, Manoj. Is see if you if you hold your nose from front or from backside, is you're holding your nose only. So that's not an issue. But flow designer is super easy. You don't have to write a script to create something. Suppose when the record is created, I want our approval to be triggered. If you go and do this in flow design, a workflow, you have to write a run a script to create a record, and then you will ask for the approval of action. But here you can choose the option called created. So it is super easy, Manoj. So if somebody is asking you to do workflow, then that is different story. Your project might not allow to use workflow, but you can recommend that Flow Designer is something which we have to use. This is the future of ServiceNow catalogs. Not even catalogs, other things also.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Hello, Ravi. My name is Prem.
Yeah, Prem.
Yeah, I'm have an interview on Wednesday on HRSG. Could you please
Hmm?
help me on that? It is KPMG. I have.
See,
So
HRSG alone interview will never happen. I'll take this OP, then we
I would
can move.
say, Ravi, just a
Yeah.
minute. I would say keep your questions to ITSM only. This is ITSM podcast. Okay. So if you have questions on ITSM, and we have questions from our side as well, which we are going to discuss.
Gopi, I wanted to say something for this one part to Prem
Yes,
because he
yeah,
might be
sure.
really looking for a job. So Prem, see, HRSG alone interview will never happen. It will happen with your ITSM. So in HRSG, you have to only focus on the COEs which you might have a knowledge, and then important factor is their HR services, your e-signatures, upload document, and ESC portal. That's all. Script
Oh,
remains the same as ITSM.
right now I'm watching your YouTube channel, that HRSD tutorial.
It's more than enough. More
Yeah,
than enough.
I know
Crack it.
ITSM you have experience on.
Then fine. Then you can crack easily. And ping me
Thank,
once you crack. Yeah.
yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah. We can go ahead, okay.
Hi, Ravi.
Okay, great. There is one more. Yep.
Yeah, Ravi. So I don't think my question will align to the motive of this meeting, but I want to ask you something. Actually, I've been
Hmm?
working in SCL Tech from 2022. So it's around, I have 2 years and 7 months of experience in incident management only. And I started learning ServiceNow development from you back in the year 2024. So it's been a year since I've learning ServiceNow. I've got certified recently with CSA. But when I sit in the interviews, like I have sit on some interviews in TCS and some other companies, and when I tell them my experience, I don't know what should I tell them. Like sometimes I tell them I work in incident management, not properly in ServiceNow development. So this is a
I
very
think,
yeah.
Pars, you can reach out to me. I can take
Okay.
your question on call personally because
Okay.
it will be a long conversation because you have to change a lot of things, whatever you
Okay.
talk in front of any interviewer. So you can connect with me. You have my details, correct? If I'm not wrong.
I yeah, I am in this group, but I
So
don't know.
yeah,
Yeah.
reach out to me and I'll call you personally.
Okay, I will ping you in WhatsApp.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ravi.
Yeah. So keeping these things in mind, like people have many questions in next podcast. We will not add any topic, only the questions,
Have
whatever
questions
question you
only.
want to have, right?
Correct.
That will be
Correct.
a Q&A kind of, first time we will do this. Only questions, and we try to answer your doubts, try to help you. No other discussions. Okay, so let's move forward in this. Okay, so ITSM, to implement ITSM, we have various frameworks, right? So there are ITIL, COBIT. So Ravi, tell us something about these frameworks. Which ITSM framework is best and why it is best?
See, if you ask me in ServiceNow perspective, IT will not play a very important role. But if you ask me ITSM as a whole, then yes, we follow ITIL guidelines where we have some ISO certified. There are certain lot of things in ITIL. So basically, the point for ITSM is your incident problem change. How you are managing incident, how you will tackle the problem, and what are the steps to accommodate all those changes. So if you ask me ideally for ServiceNow OP, ITL is very less. But in general, ITSM tools like BMC and other ITSM tools in the market, yes, they follow a standard guideline from scratch that uses ITIL steps for incident problem change. And I think these are ISO something 2000, 20,000, I don't remember. So they have their own set of compliances, certifications, we call as ITIL V2, V4, and based on the government agency ISO standard, they develop their ITSM so that they can, other people can be benefited out of it. So yeah, what are the risks involved, how to adapt with the IT risk, align with IT business strategies. This all comes under ITSM. ServiceNow ITSM is pretty much straightforward. Not that, yeah, it is on the guideline, but we don't use it because else you would be giving ITL V4 certification instead of CSA. Just think on this. We have the guideline, yes, ServiceNow is managed, but not fully that you are have to fully know what is ITIL. In a simple word, if you know incident problem change, you have a knowledge on ITL process. Over to you, OP.
Okay,
Hello,
so
sir.
people might be wondering, yes, somebody,
One question only.
yep,
I want to know about the micro certification.
We'll take that question later, Manoj.
Okay, okay.
yeah. So people might be wondering about what is the basics of ITIL? Means it is why people are using ITIL. So what your take on this? Why most of the company are using ITIL? Why companies are suggesting ITIL?
Because there are guidelines which we have to follow. If you ask me how to cook tea, obviously there's a guideline. We have to burn the flame, then we have to burn the stove, then put the utensils, then put water, milk. So there are certain steps, guideline that has to be adopted because these are government agencies. These government agencies have their guideline. If our issue is raised, how we are going to solve that issue. So create a framework, and that framework will help each and every individual to whom you are giving the services. That's the main motive of IT service management. Whatever the services we are providing to the individuals according to our product, like now we are providing the services as a podcast and we are taking question as a issue to them, correct? So there are government's guideline focus on governance and steps. That's the reason this is super important. Okay.
Okay, great. So I would like to add here, ITL practices, these are the best ways till now to solve any problem IT issues. Okay. Anything which happened to IT. So after long, when IT evolved, when IT, came into picture from there to till now, uh, these ITIL जो companies हैं, these are, coming up with the new guidelines, new things so that IT services can be used best. Okay, so it is not like that. It always remain the same based on the new technology, based on the changing dynamics. These frameworks, these best practices may evolve, may change. But as of now, ITIL is one of the most powerful framework because it has the backing of almost the entire world IT data, IT experience. Okay, so after having all these things, they have developed a proper framework and they're asking companies to adopt it because the business is now global. We are dealing with the customers which are across the globe, right? So that whenever we deal with such customers, I would know that incident, whatever I am thinking, is the same, maybe in Japan or Americas as well. So that whenever some integration, some relationship happen, there will not be a conflict based on the process. So in such cases, understanding ITIL can be very important. We have one question.
You can take this question, OP. What are
Can
the
you
steps
tell?
in?
See, SDLC is software development life cycle. So it again is a part of ITL, I would say. ITL is a complete guidelines for IT service management, and in that we have some part of SDLC as well. So difference, I may be creating some document for you in future with a proper step by step, but these are the two different things. SDLC is software development, how to do software development, and ITL is how to manage IT services. So it
Actually,
may be
okay,
possible. Okay?
this
Yeah.
question should not be related to ITL. I think he should be asking what is different between SDLC and Agile. This is nowhere related because all comes under ITL only.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I said. It can be a part of SDLC, can be a part of ITIL. It's a subset of ITIL. Okay. Any
So
other question?
if you ask me, SDLC was long back when we used to use software development life cycle where we have certain steps. We don't have iterative steps, which after that the Agile has taken a birth, and then you can go back, you can take a feedback, lot of things retrospective, lot of things are happening in the uh, Agile, but both comes under the umbrella of ITIL because you are developing
Okay.
something for someone, provide services. Yeah.
You're providing IT services ultimately in this as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Sir,
next question is,
Yeah, go ahead.
sir, is there is any option in a service now to troubleshoot if your process is going slow? Suppose you are
Yes.
creating an incident and it is going very
Transaction.
yeah, yeah.
See, Manoj, ServiceNow we have a transaction logs. Check what are transaction taking a lot of time. Suppose you have run a code and that code has a for loop and you give a semicolon at the last. So it will go in infinite loop. Your system will crash. So in that case, check your transaction logs and cancel all the transaction first. You have a method called cancel my transaction.duo. On the URL, you just use it. It will cancel all your transaction and check on the transaction log what transaction has taken how many minutes, how many hours. So we'll get to know that because of which job it is getting slow. So we have a table, Manoj, on ServiceNow.
Okay, so it is a work like a lighthouse in a browser, right?
Lighthouse in the browser. What do you mean here?
I think there is a one option. I cannot get it. Okay.
Lighthouse. If somebody is telling it lighthouse, but if you ask me as a ServiceNow professional, we have a table which I know is syslog transaction. Go there and check all your transactions which are currently running and which has run for the last 24 hours and never stop. So you have to kill that transaction if it is running. And then you can rectify using your console.log also, which is running or which code is getting if you have added a log statement. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Hi, Ravi. He said Lighthouse. Lighthouse, it's a we are checking some performance and SEO content for the website. We are using that Lighthouse.
Okay. Got it.
wait,
In the development purpose, we are using for checking the SEO contents
Is,
and like
is it outside service now, correct? If I'm not wrong, it's an outside
yeah,
tool or
yes, yes,
something.
yes, yes, yes,
No, no, no,
yes,
no, that's what. Then you can use it even to refresh your dashboard. What we used to do, we use Chrome extension or
yes,
Edge extension, correct? So if you
yes.
outside service now, then but service now
And
has
also,
transaction log.
yeah, I have one question. If
Yeah,
I have a 2 years experience, what are the knowledge I have in experience in this service?
that's the roadmap which I showed you. No,
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
put that roadmap in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say
So
that all must I should.
yes, you should know basics of ITSM. Admin is the first one which you have to learn. You have to learn your tables, users, roles, your reports, import set, transform map, other things. I'll put in the chat. That will
Yes.
be good
Okay.
for you. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
one more question here from Saloni. 2 years of experience, but not getting calls. What should we need to add in resume?
So Saloni, just
So
wait for one
practice
another
more.
podcast. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's wait for
Practice
another one
more
podcast.
and more modules. If you have only ITSM, go with the HRSD, add CSM, whatever you can. Okay, add integrations. So you have to practice a lot and then add it, and then boom, you will get calls. Don't worry.
When Saloni OP says practice a lot, what I feel is 30 minutes. That's all every day. But so
Yeah, every
two
day
hours or
30
two and
minutes
a
is
half
a lot,
hours.
right?
Yeah,
It's enough.
a lot to service now. Pick a topic. Let's say you are picking transform map. Sit for 30 minutes. Do the hands-on. You have to get your hands dirty. Service now is mathematics. If you don't do it, it's like physics without mathematics is general knowledge. Correct.
Right, right.
So if you use maths, then you have to practice. So that's what OP is correct. So if you can reach out to us also on platform WhatsApp or LinkedIn wherever you can. And when the next meetup when we have, we will only take questions. So don't worry, we'll take all the questions whatever you have.
Yes, come up with all
And
your
OP,
questions.
I wanted to share my screen for a while
Yes, yes,
because
sure.
this is a doubt which people is having a lot.
Can I
Guys, see,
ask?
this is a table, sys logs transaction. You can see uh, whatever the rest, how much time it has taken. Everything is here on this particular table. So you can find out which is running from the last, it is 67 seconds. See, this is running. So what I can do is I can right click. Where is that? Open this. You can see on the top, you have sys log record. What are the stuff is happening over here? You can go ahead and check in log entry. And in the log entry, you will get all the information. What is taking long? Average, I think it is 2 minutes, 2,553 seconds. You can calculate it. This is for today. So this is a table which you can check, syslog transaction, and even you can see what is running in the background, which is transaction background over here. You can check here. Schedulers are running. Sorry, schedulers are running here from the last 1 16:55 seconds. But see, only 20 queries they have made SQL count. So obviously you know that ServiceNow also use internal SQL. Variable x equal to new glide record is nothing but select start from table incident. Okay. All your transaction logs are here. Even you have client transactions, cancel transaction, all active transactions, everything you can check here. Suppose this is active transactions over here. You have this option called kill. You can kill those transactions, whatever the active transaction, but it is not doing anything. It's taking only 0 seconds. So no need. Yeah, over to you, OP.
Okay. One question I have here related to ITSM, that how do I turn ITSM ideas from book into real life in real work? So on book we are seeing right, on book websites we are seeing a lot of things related to ServiceNow ITSM. But when it comes to picture, when it comes to instance, we generally stuck up with the out of box things here. But
Hmm.
how to increase my appetite with respect to that, how to make it real time.
Okay, I think I have answered this question multiple times. Like we are surrounded by the scenarios. We guys are not looking at that from that perspective, but we are surrounded by scenarios. So you have to work on the small projects. When I say project, you don't have to wait for your client to give the project. Suppose you are not working, how you can leverage your ServiceNow knowledge? Suppose you build a restaurant menu, build a catalog that will, when you create a request, a catalog will place a request to the vendors, something you do it. So it's like you have to start from scratch project, zero, if you ask me. So start with small project, like let's say help desk. Create a help desk solution. If a issue will come to me, the ticket will auto assign. So this logic you have to build around you. Don't wait for a company to sign you a project and then get work on it. Create your own. You have your sandbox system, correct, with you.
Right.
Developer.servicenow.com. You have PDIs. Can practice a lot. Whatever the website, you can create your own uh, catalogs, record producers. Like if you have seen for the book which I am selling right now for the charity, it is built on top of a page, and you have noticed QR code and everything is coming up. How? So if I am at that position which I don't require, I can sit back and relax, but I'm not relaxing, guys. I am learning each and every day, to be very frank. So you have your sandbox PDI. and then use your PDI to develop something which nobody has developed it. Develop a website using ServiceNow. Develop a catalog. Forget about website. Develop a
Yes,
catalog
and
that can
you have
save
already
lives.
seen Ravi is, giving wishes on
Yeah,
Diwali, Holi, using
Holi I
ServiceNow
didn't feel
prompts
it.
only,
Yeah,
right, Ravi? So
yeah,
you
but
can do
Holi I
such
didn't feel
creative things,
it.
and if you have done these things, definitely you will get enough knowledge, enough process understanding, and yes, that will be a way to move forward.
Yes,
At
start with
least when
small.
you go to interview, you can show them, right? See,
What you
I
did.
have created this. Yes, and definitely keep it in mind that the interviewer will be very, very happy after you show your actual work which you have done in that particular demo. Because nobody else is doing that, and if you are doing that, they understand that you are creative, you are hardworking, and you want to, come forward with what you think. Okay, so have such kind of mindset, and you will get enough opportunity to learn. No need to spend money, no need to do, just this demo instance is enough for you,
Yeah,
even
more
if
than
you
enough.
are not working anywhere. Yes, we
Ravi,
have
explain me.
one interesting question here from Motorola, Moto G. Okay, so how can we use ServiceNow for small businesses to create applications and websites? Specifically, I want to know how to acquire ServiceNow for starting up for our business, including details about license and related aspects. So he want to kind of doing a startup, right? Motorola. Please ping your real name. Ravi, you there?
Yeah. I just my camera was again. So I when I was sharing, my camera got stopped. So what is the question? Can you repeat, OP?
Yes. How can we use ServiceNow for small businesses?
See, I am giving you a live example. I'm staying in Bangalore, and I went to a restaurant in who are from Bangalore? You might be knowing HSR layout. Okay, so there when I was coming out from office and I'm going home, the, in the month of July 2023, I was talking, and I go to a nearby small shop, OP, and that person has given me a tab, small tab, and it was written developer 26053.servicenow.com. They have created a catalog. I can see only catalog page, and they've asked me to what you wanted to order. So there was
Hmm.
small shop. So what they have done is they have designed a record producer basically,
Okay.
record producer, yeah. So there what they are doing, they are asking me to put my name, my email address, what variety of tea I need, ginger tea, masala tea, whatever, any extra add-ons, every options they have given in service catalog. And once I click on request, the message was coming, order place, and he asking me to sit back, we will get your order. So that person is using ServiceNow for run their small business, and just think they were giving me a bill also by downloading the PDF from ServiceNow tables.
And that too using demo, right? PDI.
Yeah. So business, yes, you can, but don't make your business uh, to show to ServiceNow that I am making money out of it. If you do, maybe ServiceNow can react, but I don't think so. They can react because PDI is free for everyone. Whatever you wish to
Right.
do it, but take a backup. You
Whatever. Yeah.
never know when ServiceNow will take your instance back. Take the backup
Right.
each and every day.
Hey, hi
Whose
Ravi,
Okay.
Amol
question?
here.
Anmol. Yeah, Anmol.
Amol. Yep.
Yeah, Ravi, hi, good morning. And Ravi, I have experience in ITSM. I am incident change and problem manager in IT industry, and I have hands-on how to use that tool totally. That ServiceNow tool I'm using since last three plus years. But
Mhm.
I am interested to learn in the ServiceNow module, basically ITSM. And I'm watching your YouTube videos. I like your videos, but is it feasible to means it is okay that can I switch my career from service operation to service now development?
Obviously, you can switch. That's not a that's not a very big deal. First of all, I'm sorry to cut you here. We should not say
Yeah.
ServiceNow as a tool. It was tool, but now it's a platform. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
I am
Uh,
really
I mean to
really
say,
concerned
yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah.
I
My
understand.
concern is, yeah, yeah. So, I think you got my point that I'm in service operation actually. We are giving service to the Germany customer, okay, using ServiceNow platform. But I am to means very enthusiastic to learn ServiceNow platform and
Hmm.
want to switch my career in ServiceNow admin as an admin and developer.
Yes, yes.
So,
Then the roadmap, whatever I showed you, is perfect for you. Start with ServiceNow basic. If you have already have a flavor of tool which you are using right now, this roadmap will
correct.
really gonna help you learn the basics from anywhere. If you feel like admin is the main first part, then you can switch back to development and then integrations and later phases. So this
Mhm.
roadmap I put in the chat. You can go ahead and do it, or you can reach out to me and OP personally also on LinkedIn or on WhatsApp channel. So that will
Sure.
help you, Amol.
Can
I
you
can
paste
guide
it
you there.
again because I
Yeah,
joined late
I can.
to this meeting. Sure,
Okay,
sure.
that's the
Thank you.
reason we are in the next podcast. We are not taking any topic. We will take all your questions like this. That will be easy for us.
Can I ask one more question, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Well,
So if we learn means if is basically if I learn the service now admin and development totally, so how I can switch my profile to means while giving interview to the next organization. So how can I face that means?
yeah, this question is personal
Because
question, Amol. Yeah, this question is asked
okay,
by someone else also. I have asked them to reach out to me because
okay,
this
okay,
will take long conversation. So I can take this
okay.
offline.
Sure,
You
sure,
can reach out to me. Yeah.
sure. Thank you.
Okay. So I think we should pick these questions only. These are related to ITSM.
Yes.
Most asked questions is tell me about the most challenging task you have worked on and how to overcome from it. So what we can say here means if you are getting these questions, you have to be ready for that. You have to create your own situation. Okay, like mentioned by Ravi, he has shown a very good example. He has created one portal. So you can develop something and instead of making it, you can just share the actual experience which you had. Okay. So be ready well in advance because these questions are important and people are going to ask it. So
Yeah.
it should look practical. It should look that you really worked on it and you are overcoming it, like by applying some new thing or something like that. Anything, Ravi?
No, 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 all good. You are correct.
Okay. So I have experience in ITSM and integration since companies prefer ITSM plus. I want to learn ITOM, HRST, any other. Which one is easier to learn?
Okay. So
Okay.
if you have knowledge on ITSM, the next step should be your HRSG because HRSG will not take more than 15 hours. To be very frank, if you know ITSM, and then you can later on jump to ITOM because ITOM is outside HR, outside ITSM, but the base is ITSM. It is on the network side. So ITOM you can keep it at the later point of time, but HRSG, yes, go with HRSG, human resource.
Yeah. I think one more question. Okay, small business one is done, right? Okay. Okay, we are done with these questions. Any other question? Anyone? Ping it or you can talk. In the meantime, we go with the ITSM.
We can take
Yeah,
few more
okay.
questions, few more topic of ITSM OP, not more because we planned for few extra, but yeah, we are over time then. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
OP. So my question is like, can you please tell me any example like when interviewer asked us what ITSM projects have you worked on? So can you tell me any live examples or live projects? Can
Yeah,
we?
that is a fair question for this topic because this is
Yeah.
ITSM we are talking. See, ITSM projects revolve around the main. I always used to say your catalog. So you can mention, suppose you have not worked on it, any project in ServiceNow, but you have learned ServiceNow and trying to switch your career in ServiceNow. The first thing first, you will say that you have worked in request management. When I say request management, it is your service catalog management, where you have built catalog to fulfill the customer requirement. Take an example of healthcare sector. For example, you have created a catalog where you are onboarding a patients, and you can assigning the task to the doctor to perform the check on the dedicated day deadline, whatever. So you can create a service catalog, created a flow for it, and you have integrated two ServiceNow systems or ServiceNow to third party system. That all you can include first in your resume. Main is your request management service catalog. When it comes, obviously you know how to load a data, transforming it and getting the data back to your table using imports. And then you have to get a report out of it, how many patients got onboarded in the last month, which one is diagnosed with something else. So we have a module in ServiceNow called Healthcare Life Science. You can go to the plugin and check. We call as a SCLS. You can add that part in your resume, and it's a very niche, which same. You have to just build a catalog with who. Suppose your hospital has sent you a list of medicines. You are giving in the form of tables. What medicine you have to take, which time, which day. So you can create a table. So you can explain all this through a request management. Then you can talk about integrations in your project.
Yeah,
Catalog is must.
you
Okay,
can
thank
even
you.
you
Yeah.
can even
So you just project.
add you have implemented change management, so you should be aware of all the change management workflows in your company.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can narrate that as well, that you have implemented change management, you have implemented problem management, but you should know, you should have the basics, not the basics which is there in a demo, but the basics which is implemented actually in your company. Okay, so you can make such statements as well and have complete proof of what you have developed. So all these are
So
ITSM projects.
so this is a
Okay,
very
thank you,
common
Ravi.
question, guys. So what I can help you with everyone. We have 42 members right now. I can give you a sample project which you can add in your resume. In the next podcast, I will provide you the link so that you can get a flavor of what sample project look like, and you can add that in resume. That help I can do it. But in the next podcast, I'll prepare it and I will send you to all of you who have joined today.
What is the roadmap of service business analyst? So we will create one for that as well.
We have it. We
Not
have it in the upcoming sessions.
yes, we have it scheduled, but not today. In later sessions, we will discuss it. Do you have batches running on HRST or ITSM module? I think you already
Person.
mentioned, right? That
Yeah.
our new batch is there, right? So you can join his new batch, ITSM Super, right, Ravi?
ITSM is there, HRS is yet to announce. HRS is currently going on. That is, and I have not announced. NITOM is also going on, so not announced. ITSM will be starting from next month onwards.
Okay, okay, great. So I think we are
You can reach out to
enough
me, those who
today.
wanted to check for the
For any
this
training
one.
requirement, you can ping
Yeah.
Ravi.
Yeah.
You have his uh, WhatsApp number, right, already in the group, so you can ping him. He regularly taking batches for live demo and live trainings. Okay, Ravi. So
Right.
I think we are done, right? Anything you
Yeah,
want
we
to
are done.
add?
No, the
Okay.
only thing I wanted to add
Okay.
is ITSM is your basics to learn any other modules. If you know ITSM, so ITSM only we will learn client server and all that. So in HRSG you don't have to learn again. So if I take HRSG batches, I don't gonna teach you ITSM basics. I am expecting that someone who is coming for HRSG they know ITSM. Okay, so
Right.
that is important. Yeah.
So
Any question,
stick to
anyone?
the roadmap. Already roadmap is shared by Ravi. Okay, he has it. I will share the link to his Google Drive in the video once it is published in YouTube. So go with the roadmap, understand the problems, create your own demo projects, and then you are enough to tackle an interview. If you have no question, then we can wind up. Anyone? Last
Anyone
chance
wants to
to
talk?
have your question.
OP, I have a question. I was just watching your
Okay.
HRSD module video. So can we download this in demo instance, the HRSD plugins? Is it possible to download?
Yeah. Everything we have done in
Yes, yes.
personal developer instance. Let me
We are
quickly share
doing
my
it
screen.
PDI only.
Give me a minute.
Yeah, just a nice announcement to everyone. Next session, next Saturday, most probably, we will have all your questions, only questions. Okay, so come up with your questions. Let your friends also know that there is a podcast only for questions with Ravi and OP.
Only questions, no topic. We'll take 1 hour of only
Yes.
questions. See, you can do everything in a person developer instance, even ITOM, IT operation management, whatever OP has shared on Udemy or wherever, we are using personal, not a license. If it is licensed, then here our name should be there. Ravi.servicenow.com. Like companies have DHL, Accenture, Cognizant, Wipro, they have their license, but we have a random number. You just have to see. I have already searched maybe for current batch. See, if you see, you can go with the human resource core applications, and that's all. That's all you need. So you can install this, and once you install, it will be starting appearing over here. Type human resource HR case management. See, it is available over here. HR case, HR profile, HR integrations, HR admin, dashboards, and lifecycle. That's all. One, two, three, four, five.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Over
Ravi,
to you.
Ravi, can you tell me the name again of the plugin you just told me about for the health
One second.
related project?
Human resource core. Just write down HR there. You will get all the possible plugins.
So the plugin name is I put in the chat com.sn underscore HR underscore code. Let me
No,
ping it in.
for the health related project you told me about a few minutes ago.
Oh, health one.
Yes.
SCLS, Healthcare Life Science. Type Healthcare
Okay.
Life Science.
CLS. Okay. Thank you,
Yeah,
Ravi.
thank you. So, OP, I need to leave. So thanks everyone.
Yes. Thank you so much, Ravi, and thank you everyone for your time. You can reach
Thank you,
out to
Ravi and
our
OP.
YouTube channels for all the things. Okay, and there is a chat here for ServiceNow Spectacular for interview websites. Thank you.